Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Minnie and my Joja Mart playthrough. So if you guys haven't already watched my goal setting video, I highly recommend that you guys do that. And if you already have, welcome to part 1 and I hope you guys enjoy. So first things first, let's talk to the wife we plan on divorcing. She is at 14 hearts, so this will be a kind of heartbreaking loss for her, I suspect. First item of the day is I want to redecorate the house. And optimally, I would like to do it with every single item in this catalog. We're going to pull out at least one of everything and see if we can fit it. Let's go ahead and drink this cola. Because for one, I know we're going to need multiple Joja chairs for our dining table, of course. This wooden chair I'm just going to put in a chest somewhere probably. And place another one here. And another one here. I actually think the Joja couch might go the best right here, but you can't see the J. Oh, there's a nice Joja on the back. Maybe we'll go ahead and put the Joja couch like that then. And then we got some dressers. I might keep the blue one in the bedroom area, like so. What I might do is do like a sort of staggered effect with the dressers. I know that technically the dressers are unlimited, but until I unlock the nursery, I might have all three of them here and then spread them out once we get the nursery in. And then we got some decorative doors, some lights, a couple paintings that I want to get up. And we're going to move our official Joja soda machine that gives us a daily cola right here underneath it. And then can I fit the fridge? No, I cannot fit the fridge there. Okay. I'm going to have to put the fridge somewhere decoratively. Probably there. Let's see. We'll put that above the bed, probably. No, above the TV, maybe. We'll put that on the bedside table. Or maybe like so. Like it's a little Joja collage. Ooh, we got a nice big Joja Cola sign, though. Maybe Manager of the Year will go in the living room. Joja Cola sign above the bed. That for some decoration. A little decorative Joja door. Of course, the sign. If I could put this in Haley's room, that would be great, but I can't. And this J is really big and imposing, so I might not keep that, actually. Is there anything else in the catalog? Well, the tea table we obviously have to have in the living room. Let's just go ahead and spread these things out a little bit. This can be like kind of in front of the door. Maybe the shopping cart is somewhere in the kitchen. Little decoration. The vault could go there around some Joja cans. Ooh, we can spread the Joja into her room a little bit. Well, no, had I known I could do that. I might save, okay, here's my idea. I'm going to save all the gray furniture for upstairs. And it's going to be all blue downstairs, I think. Okay, so first things first is this coffee table is going to go here. Okay, maybe like a bookcase there since it's double-sided. Let's see what the flooring looks like. That's cute. Alright, so we're going to need to pick up the bed. And put the big Joja Mart. We're actually going to need to pick up all of that. So that I can fit everything back below. I think we should get the end table. Yes, cute, cute. Now this little rug can go kind of like in front of the cooking area. Excuse me, why not? Okay, fine. Okay, let's move this stuff down a little bit. Like that. And then how big is this rug? That's a nice entry with that. Looks good. Now the square one. The square one we could probably put in her room. Now Joja fireplace. Hate to do it to you, Grandpa, but I got a new fireplace now. Okay, now I think it might be a little too much to do the flooring in every room. But it is the only actual Joja flooring. So I feel a little bit compelled to do it. So I'm gonna actually get that rug back. It doesn't look like it. I mean, I could put a coffee table, but I don't really know. I guess I could kind of like sneak it in there. Yeah, that's cute. It doesn't actually work, but it's cute. And then, you know, all the basic stuff, that, like, Grandpa gave us, we're just gonna dump in the chest. Oh, it's already 5 p.m. Okay, I've wasted my whole day. It was literally spring 1st, and I did nothing. So this is what our beautiful Joja house looks like at night. I think it's actually pretty well lit, considering there's not much lighting options that I can do. I think it does actually look pretty good. I am curious, does this provide an amount of light? Because if it does, I could switch it around, maybe? Okay, it doesn't. I kind of need to get a light over in the kitchen, to be honest, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna watch some TV and then go to bed with our unfortunate life choice. And I mean, honestly, it's looking pretty good in here. Level 8 farming, oh my gosh, we can finally make cakes. I'm so excited. That's going to increase our money by actually so much. Honestly, waking up in my Joja themed house does actually make me feel a lot better. But you know what makes me feel even better? A good Joja Cola from my Joja machine. It gives me a sweet boost and everything. What are we planting this season? Hopefully anything that will get you out of my house. I'm going to run over to Pierre's and literally stalk until he opens up so that I can buy some stuff. Because what are my skills at? Okay, I have level 10 fishing. Did not know that. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that. Okay, level 8 farming, mining, level 7 combat, and foraging. Haley being at the top of my bar is just... it's not what you want. Okay, so I unlocked the wild seeds. Okay, so maybe if I could get some spring seeds and, like, befriend Caroline and do some, like, green tea, that might work. Let's check out the quarry. I remember in my goal setting video, I did clean this up a little bit so that I could get, like, some rocks from here. And then also I set up, yes, this battery station so that the next time it rains, we get tons of battery packs. Because there's a couple recipes that I want to go pretty heavy into that are going to require a lot of battery packs. So I'm doing that in advance. Wait, we got a cutscene? Is it with Emily? It is. I'll stay for this. Oh no, you poor thing. Your wing's broken. Oh, look at her. Look at her go. Look how caring she is. See? This is the woman that you want. Yeah, see, not Haley. You want Emily. Emily took the injured parrot into her home and bandaged the wing. See, that's cute. He's all set up in her room, but as a token of respect, she didn't give the bird a name. See, now that is a sweet cutscene. That's adorable. You know what Haley's cutscene was? Complaining about chores. I don't love having to complete that request, but it does give a coffee machine as the reward, and I would kind of like that. So I have to wait like 30 minutes for that to open. Let's go look at our beautiful Joja warehouse. Just remind ourselves of what we've done to the community. We did nothing with the boiler room, but the vault room has a bunch of crates. The regular area, like the fish tank and everything, has crates, some storage. Pantry, of course, is for food. Tons of cask in the kitchen. More storage in the old crafts room. I mean, honestly, I think it serves a better purpose as the warehouse, you know? And by I think it serves a better purpose as warehouse, Rocky thinks that. Personally, I love the regular community center more, but, you know, Rocky is my alter ego, and he's doing Joja, so we're gonna have to commit to it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not loving any of this. I am trusting my guts and going with 100 potatoes and 50 jazz seeds. And you know what? I'm also buying my big backpack. You know, Rocky's been through a lot with the tiny backpack, and he deserves the big one. And make sure that I bought enough, because I want this whole field to be potatoes. And now that I'm looking at it, I definitely think that I did not buy enough seeds. And then I'm going to go put these inside the greenhouse. Okay, that is everything. And if we plant these there, that is all of that done. Oh, and I need to water this corn, actually. Okay, and it leaves us with 2 jazz seeds. I guess I could plant these in here, but I don't really want to. Okay, and then we're going to have to run back to town, grab some more potatoes. I think another, like, 75 should do it. How Hopefully, anyway, because I don't think I can afford any more than that. And then, if we still have time and we still have money, more importantly, I would like to make a short Skull Caverns run to see if we could get any, like, iridium for, like, some better sprinklers. Yeah, the bus ticket to Calico Desert is 500, so it might be better to save our money for a different day. Okay, we talked to Emily today. We don't have a gift to give her, but I can work on getting her something. We need to give her 2 things this week, because we gotta get her hearts up pretty quickly. I want to start dating her optimally before we divorce Haley, but that's just like kind of a side quest sort of goal. I guess I could go to the mines and work on getting my skills up a little bit. And also gather some supplies for kegs. Alright, off to the mines we go then, so that we can get, I guess, our combat level up a little bit. And maybe our mining as well. I think most of that's going to probably come from us working on our skills in the Skull Caverns. But I don't feel like going to the Skull Caverns at 4. I guess we'll just do it for now here, which it looks like I forgot that we had a ton of supplies here. So we might not actually need that much when it comes to copper and iron, but you know, that's fine. We'll do a little smelting here while we're hanging out. I guess we'll put the bars up. We'll carry that home with us probably. Let's go ahead and go down here. See if we can get some dust sprites because we will be needing some more coal. I don't have the best weapons, if I'm being honest. Especially not for Skull Caverns. It's the best I could do considering. And honestly, it's not that it's that bad, it's just not like the ideal weapons for going into Skull Caverns. But you know, I'm kind of okay with that. I kind of knew going into it I wasn't going to have the best weaponry. I didn't know Rocky is my alter ego, and normally I would have the best weaponry going into the Skull Caverns. So I think it's kind of fitting that I don't this time around. So I am trying to do everything kind of like the opposite of what I normally would do, to keep in theme with the original Joja series. I forgot that one of our main money-making ventures when I was working on getting the money for the Joja catalog was actually smoking fish. So we have 3 fish smokers upstairs. Any fish we catch, we were actually planning on smoking, if I remember correctly. So I'm thinking the next time that it rains, I'm going to do a big fishing session. Because the next time it rains should bring some catfish, since it's the middle of spring. And I'm thinking since I'm level 10, I'll be able to catch them pretty easily. And if I can, I would love to afford the iridium fishing rod so that I can have at least a trap bobber on me. But I'm crossing my fingers we'll get a pretty good haul. And I think if I go fishing every time that it rains, I'll get a pretty good amount of stuff. Okay, so it's time to head home for the night. I don't think that I leveled up in combat or mining, but we did get a few things that I didn't know existed from the chest there. So I'm pretty excited about that. And as another bonus, we did find a bunch of copper, which will be great for making all those kegs that I want to make. Do we have any coal at home? We don't. I think I took most of it to the mines, which isn't really that great if I'm being completely honest, because most of what we have there we've used for smelting. So I need to definitely get a ton more coal from killing dust sprites. You know, I think Haley should be catching on to the fact that we kind of want to marry her sister with the blue hair. If she's not, honestly, that's kind of her problem. It's not really my fault. You know, it's not my fault that she's not picking up the hints I'm putting down. Alright, so today I think my main goal is to work on building my friendships and perhaps even working a little bit on my skills. So skills wise, I'm still at level 8 farming, mining, level 7 foraging, level 7 combat, and of course I've already reached level 10 fishing from all of the smoking of the fish that I did to earn money. So what I'm thinking is foraging might actually be the hardest one to get, because obviously buying the books for foraging experience would be the easiest way to get it up, but we're currently saving our money for some other prospects at the minute. And mining and combat, I think we can get up pretty fast if we get into the Skull Caverns. But farming, I don't know how I'm going to get farming up very fast because I don't really want to be watering a bunch of crops myself. So I guess we're going to have to wait mostly to harvest the crops. So first things first, I think we mostly have to wait on our potatoes to grow in so that we can do a little bit of harvesting. I would like to get another sprinkler in if I'm being honest because I don't want to have to keep watering those crops. These things I'm going to go put in the chest because I'm not sure if I want to donate them to Gunther or not. It's kind of up for debate if Rocky would do that or not, so I'm kind of unsure at the minute. Right, run this back. Let's see if we can go ahead and get Shane a beer. It's a little early in the day, but I'm going to forget about it if I don't do it now. And then also I need to run into Pam and gift her a beer as well, which I'm going to need to buy one because I don't think I have two in the fridge. And I do need to give her a gift as well. Unfortunately, Haley I don't think likes the decor in the house, but you know, she can just deal with that. Honestly, I do not care. The question is, can I get to the train before it disappears? Because I do actually need coal, and if this is a coal train, that would actually be really great. Oh goody, it was the Joja train. It was the Joja train, which means that it drops absolutely nothing. Oh, are you kidding? Even as a Joja employee, I'm like, this is not what you want from a train. Come on, couldn't you have been a coal train? You were so close to it. Are all the trains Joja trains? Now that I've gone the Joja route? I actually don't know. I've never actually thought to look into that before. Alright, since we talked to Pam, I'm actually going to give her the beer first. Because the next time we run into Shane, it's probably going to be at the saloon. So we'll just give him a beer when we run into him there. And let's go ahead and make our sprinkler that we need for this last area down here. Like, I feel like our garden looks pretty good. That covers most of the area in this fenced off portion. And there is a lot more area that I can make plantable, but I haven't expanded that far yet. Mostly because I don't think that I have the money for the seeds for it right now. But hopefully in a little bit we will. We're going to go ahead and make a quick run to the museum before we go back up to the mines to work on our mining level. And maybe try to run into Sam. I'm not sure where he would be at this time of the day, but I'm going to see if I can run into him. Unfortunately, I only ever donate to the museum to get specific rewards, so I haven't donated enough to get the Dwarfish translation guide so that I can just buy bombs. I only need one more though, and it's the yellow one, so I might need to go looking for that. I also kind of low-key need the rusty key to the sewer, and I think you have to donate a ton of stuff to the museum for that, so I might need to work on that as well. Oh dear, well, I kind of, a little bit. I mean, I don't really know what you would term as respectful, but I try. So somehow I feel like Emily wouldn't think me smoking them and selling them for profit is respectful. It's doing pretty good. It's kind of meh. Okay, where would Sam and Jody be on a Wednesday? Maybe at work? Alright, let's head over to Joja Mart and see. Yes, this is where Sam and Jody are. Okay, let me just talk to them, trying to get some hearts up with them. Talk to Shane. Does that count as talking to them since they didn't actually speak? It does, but I don't think it raises as many hearts. But we're doing pretty good. We have 2 hearts with Shane and 2 with Sam. And we have 1 with Pam and 1 with Jody. We need 4 for Jody, Pam, and Sam. And then I would like to have 8 with Shane so that we can start getting blue chickens. So we're definitely going to need to buy him a beer tonight at the saloon. I do want to get some auto petters, but that's not really necessary right now. No, isn't there also a bonus Joja objective for a theater? Yes, 500,000. So that's another goal that I forgot about when I was doing my goal setting video that we also need to complete, is I need to get 500,000 gold to build the movie theater and the old community center, which is going to be a lot of money, but I honestly think it might be a little less expensive than my plans for getting the boat fixed up and doing the Ginger Island route Joja version. So I'm not super concerned about it, because I feel like at a certain point we will be making tons of money. But I do think we are going to need a shed full of kegs at some point. Alright, so just checking in on Willie's boat to Ginger Island since I did mention it. It looks like I haven't repaired a single thing about this boat. So we still need the 5 battery packs, the 5 iridium bars, and the 200 pieces of hardwood. So let's go ahead and check our chest at home and see what we're working with. Okay, so I did run into Sam on the way home, and he actually did want to talk now that he's not at work. And he wants to know what his new song for the band should be about. So I think Rocky would say A City in the Sea. Alright, so hopefully that got us some friendship points. I don't think it actually does. We're going to see. And then Caroline, for money-making prospects, I actually need to get 2 hearts so I can get her green tea recipe. So we actually need to be talking to her as well. Alright, it's time to see how many supplies for the boat we actually already have. So first things first, let's see, do we have anything in this chest? No, we do not. Anything in that one? No, okay. We have 61 pieces of hardwood so far, so that's not a lot. It's not even halfway, so that's not great. Doesn't look like we have any battery packs unless I'm keeping them in the treasure chest. Okay, so we have 2 iridium bars and no battery packs, which definitely explains why I did the whole battery pack setup in the quarry. And now that I'm thinking about it, I do think it was because I was worried we wouldn't have enough for the boat. And you know what? That was actually pretty smart because we really don't have enough for the boat. And even though we're on the forest farm, we're not getting a lot of spawn-in rates for these tree stumps. And I need to upgrade my axe again, to be honest, so that I can get some of these other ones. And let's go ahead and read this secret note. It's just Alex's favorite stuff, which isn't really that helpful for us. We are going to plant these mahogany trees right here, I think. Even though we have a tree farm section, I'm going to plant these here. That way I know that they're the mahogany ones. And I'll tear them down for more hardwood when they grow in. Which I don't think... Have we unlocked the tree fertilizer recipe? We have. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Do I have enough supplies for that? I don't know if I have any. Okay, I do have some fiber. That's good. I was a little worried that I, like, sold my fiber. Just a little bit. But it looks like I didn't. So we're going to make 2 things of tree fertilizer. I couldn't remember if you got that at level 5 foraging or if you got that at level 10. But we get it at apparently whatever level we have before this point. But apparently you get it earlier on than I thought you did. So we'll go ahead and put that onto the mahogany trees. So hopefully we can speed that process up a little bit. So after talking to my wife, Haley, I decided I'm going to go to the saloon and buy a beer for me and my friend Shane. And I think that maybe tomorrow I will go into the desert for a big mining session and also to get a cactus fruit for Penny so we can get some money from that. And you know what? I might actually turn that into a little bit of a montage for you guys so you don't have to see me doing the whole Skull Caverns run over and over because I might have to reset the day if it doesn't go well. But we did get Shane up to 3 hearts with that gifted beer. And actually, isn't Shane's birthday in spring? Yes, so actually 3 of the people we're trying to get more hearts with have birthdays in spring. So Pam's birthday is on the 18th, Shane's is on the 20th, and Emily's is on the 27th. So I need to make sure I have birthday gifts for all of them. And if you're wondering why aren't you giving a birthday gift to your wife, Haley, it's because I don't care. Pretty simply, it's just that I don't care. I really don't want to give her a birthday present. She's already at 14 hearts because I wanted to get my star drop. And personally, I just don't see the point in giving her a gift when my main focus is divorcing her before I build a nursery so that I don't have to deal with having her kids. So I will see you guys after the mining montage. Okay, so unfortunately, today is actually a rainy day, which means my plans to go to the desert today might actually be a little messed up. So today might be a fishing montage, and then tomorrow will be the actual mining montage. So I guess you guys are going to be getting double the montage, if I'm being honest. So yeah, you guys are going to be getting a fishing montage first, and a mining montage second. So I will see you guys after both montages are done. Alright, so as you guys saw in the time lapse, I did accidentally die in the Skull Caverns when I was doing my run, but this is what we got from the run itself. We got a little bit of iridium, not much, and then I'm going to have to go up to Gil and get my stone back, but we did get like 100 or so pieces of stone. And we got a few monster drops, but not much, because we didn't really have a lot of supplies to do the Skull Caverns run with. So it wasn't really my best Skull Caverns run. I think I'll definitely be able to do a better one in the future though. And I think next episode will mostly be focusing on friendships and getting the blue chickens because that's my main priority right now in addition to making money. And I'm really excited about decorating the farm a little bit more as well. And yeah, I think I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed part 1 of this series. And if you have, comment some blue hearts down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!